Now you know how to access Solar Learn. Let's have a look at T1 Task 1. What do you have to do? So, an overview of the task. In this task, we are learning about lists and some advanced features such as list methods. The methods we are learning about are these 8 methods here. In the file that we have here, there are some examples for you. The aim of the task is to write a comment for each method and try to run each method. Also, you can print the results of each method. As you see here, we also have some help files for you. So let's get started. Firstly, let's click on the link and open the code. It also says here that we need to add our name to the list, so let's also do that. Now, we are somewhat familiar with lists as we've been working with them for some time. So here we have the students list. It's already defined for us. It has 2 elements, Zayed and Muhammad. Zayed is in position 0 and Muhammad is in position 1. So if I want to add an additional name, I just add a comma like so. I add my quotations like so. Now with Python, you can use double or single quotations, but because we've started off using single quotations, we're going to stick to those for consistency. I'm just going to add my name here, as that is the first task that I have to do. Zayed, Muhammad, and Nathaniel. Yep, excellent. Let's see what the next task is. Write a comment explaining each method. But I don't know each of these methods, so how can I do that? So, as you can see here, the first example's done. Now this one has been done all for you, and it's actually not part of your list, so you don't need to do that. It's the append method. What does the append method do? It adds an element at the end of the list. Let's have a look on line number 10 how it works. Students.append, so the list is students. Append because append means adding. Now in the brackets we have one argument. We are adding the argument safe. If we say print students here, let's see what happens when we run our code. Okay, so we originally had Zayed, Muhammad, and Nathaniel, and now we have safe as well, because we've appended another student to the list, another student name. As you can see, because safe is a string, we had to put it in quotation marks in the parameters. If it was a number, we would just write the number itself. We print the list so we can see if what we tried to do has been effective. Let's look at the next one. So we start off with Claire. Write a comment explaining each method. If we scroll down on the page, you will see this link here. Let's have a go. So this link shows you all of our different methods. Our first focus is the Claire method, which is the second method on the list. We need to copy the definition. It removes all the elements from the list, so we're going to copy the definition. And in fact, let's do all of our definitions to begin with. I'm going to simply add a hashtag here, and I used my option and number 3 button on the Mac. If you're using an iPad, I think you just have to look for the hashtag sign. And I'm going to Command V, all of that information. Removes all of the elements from the list. Claire, excellent. And wow, somebody's done the method for me. So why don't I focus on all my comments? If I look at the copy, someone's also done the copy method comment for me. So I'm going to jump onto the count one. Let's get that done quickly. That should take maybe 1 minute or 2 maybe. So we're going to go back here, returns a copy of the list. We're going to copy that definition. And oh, that's been done. I forgot. Let's go to the count one. Returns the number of elements with the specified value. Not sure what that means, but I'll check it out more when I get to that one. So I'm going to copy all of my meanings. Oh no, what do I need to add here? I need to add hashtags to make it a comment. Let's have a look at the remove method. What do you do? Remove. Removes the first item with the specified value. Oh, it's similar to the Claire method, but the Claire method removes all the elements, kull, all. Whereas remove removes the first item with the specified value. Again, we'll check it out later to see exactly how that works. Okay, yay. So we can keep doing that. let's add another hashtag here. And what method was it next? It was the sort method. I can't say that word. Sorts the list. I guess it puts it in order though. I know that much. Index. What do you do? In fact, I'm going to make this quicker. I'm going to add a comment or a hashtag next to each one to save me time. Alright, so the index method, what do? You return the index of the first element. So that's the position, I guess, the place. Insert method, I wonder what you do. Adds an element at the specified position. This is easy stuff, copying and pasting. Mr. Nathan, you need to give us harder work, I think. Reverse, what do you do? Reverse is the order of the list. Okay, so it may change it from an ascending to a descending, but I guess it depends if it was in order in the first place. Yep, so I've done the first part of the task. Write a comment explaining each method. Oh, this is a bit hard. Now I have to run each method. My goodness, how am I going to run each method? If you're finding it really difficult, you can choose 3 methods to run rather than all of them. But challenge yourself and try all of them. Okay, maybe Mr. Nathan needs to add that little note there so we know we don't have to do all of them and we just have to do half, around 3 or 4. Because I think Mr. Nathan's done some already. So let's have a look. We've got what methods have been done already? So we've got the Claire method, it's been done already. But you didn't print it, Mr. Nathan, so how do we know it's worked? So we're going to go print and open bracket, and we're going to put our students list in there. Now, the Claire method removes all the elements. So really, when we print, we should have an empty bracket because there should be nothing in there. Yep, we have all of our names to begin with. Then we have an empty bracket. The only problem is, if I now try to copy or do any of my other methods, the Claire method is still going to have an impact. So I'm going to comment that out and get rid of that. And I don't need to print it again, so I'm going to remove that also. Let's now have a look at how the copy method works. So, returns a copy of the list. That doesn't help much. Let's click on it and see exactly how to use it. Oh, this is cool. So, we've got a list here, which is the fruits list. I guess this is an example. And then we make a new value or a new variable called x, and we're going to copy our fruits list. Alright, so let's just go to try it yourself and see what that shows us. So we've also added the line print here to see exactly what is inside x. Now, because x is now equal to fruits, it's going to have the same elements inside. I guess with our list, we are using the students list. So I'm just going to copy the code here, like so. And there's a few things I need to edit because we don't have a fruits list, certainly. We have a students list up here. So I'm going to just type students in like so. And I've got my copy method below, and it's going to be equal to x, that's fine. Last thing, just to check if it's all working, I'm going to print it to x. Okay, and then I'm going to run it. Let's see what happens. Yes, excellent. So I can see on my list that when I print X, it says Zayed Mohammed Nathaniel Safe. So all the names have been copied into my new variable. Excellent. This one is not going to affect any of my others, so I'm just going to leave it there. Let's have a look at the count list, or the count method, in fact. All right, so we're going to close that window. Let's have a look here. We can go back. Let's look for the count. It returns the number of elements. Not sure how to use it. Click on the link. Okay, so here we go again. I'm just going to click here to see how they used it. So they did the print X. All right, so X is equal to fruits.count and cherry. I wonder if I've got 2 X's, will that make a difference? I guess not, because I'm just changing the value of X. No problem. All right, so I'm just going to copy this line. What will I have to edit? I guess I'm going to have to edit fruits to students and change cherry for one of the things that are in my list. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste that here. So I'm going to change the first part, change that to students, And where it says cherry, does single quotations or double matter? No, because they're both strings. Okay, so I'm going to write one of the names in my string, in my list, sorry. And I have to make sure that I spell it exactly the same way, and in fact it auto predicts it. If I spell it different, it's going to cause me an error. If I change one of the small letters to capital, it will also cause an error. So I'm just going to say x equals students.count method, and I guess it's going to tell me how many Mohammeds are in the list. Let's run it. I'm expecting 1. Oh no, nothing's happened. I guess I didn't print x. Let's print x again, because x is where my count exists. I'm going to run it again. Hopefully we get 1 this time. Yes, excellent. Because it's counting, it doesn't really affect my next one. The remove might affect, but let's see how we can do this. So let's have a look at the remove method. Removes the first item with the specified value. Again, I'm not sure how to use this. Let's have a go. All right, I know I need to print now, so I don't need to go to try it yourself. What happens here? I guess I'm going to replace fruits with students. Remove, it says dot remove, and banana. So we're going to remove maybe one of the names in our list. Why not remove maybe, let's have a look who we should remove. All right, copy and paste that part of the code back. What are my names in my list? Let's remove Zayed. So I'm going to change, oh, I need to change fruits first. See, that should be students. And I'm going to change where it says banana. I'm going to change that to Zayed. I think I'm done. Let's just check by adding a print statement to make sure that everything is happening as I wish it to. So print, what am I printing this time? I guess I'm printing students, not x, because I didn't say it's equal to anything. And again, it auto completes. If I run my code, I should have everything without Zayed. Yep, excellent, it works. Mohammed, Nathaniel, safe. Good stuff. Now, because I've removed Zayed, I could comment this out if I wanted to. And that way I would have my complete list again. But hey, let's just leave it in there. Why not? So I'm now going to go to my sort. And let's have a look. Wrong page. Let's go try this one. Wrong page again. Let's go back to my... Okay, I can go back here to list methods. And I'm looking for sort, which is organizing my list. Okay. Oh, we've got a new name here. No longer fruits. So here they're using a list called cars. And I guess it's going to sort those in order. So I'm going to copy the line that I need. I don't need to copy the list because I already have my own list. I paste that here like so. Cars.sort. Okay, I'm going to change the cars part to students. And here we go. Now I'm just going to run that. And excellent. So my list is now sorted in ascending order. That's looking amazing. So I guess you get the idea now. We have 3 more at the bottom. I said that you can do only 3 of the methods if you wish. And if you wish to do all of them for extra marks, you can challenge yourself. But I'm not going to show you how to do the last 3 because I think you should be able to have a go now. So good luck with those and well done. See you in the next video.